Guess I'm Illuminati, right? Listen, I wouldn't play about it or joke about it. You understand? I know that there are the powers that be. But the powers that be, do you think they would actually reveal themselves to you? Or would they just have a bunch of puppets on strings? You know, kind of like how they say about the president, right? And listen, I'm not knocking your theory. You know, because there are a lot of things that are unexplainable, that don't add up necessarily. And when you take time to decipher, you know, you're right. You come to these fantastical conclusions. You know, it all makes sense. It's all good to talk, you know, just to have conversation. But the Illuminati, man, you know, people talk about people selling their soul to these people for money, essentially. And they're controlled by these people. And what's being put out is something that is supposed to keep our mind warped and hold us down. You know, that's supposed to be the overall scheme. So I guess somewhere in there's this twisted idea of some powerful people being at the top, and here we are again at the bottom. Some of us being clowned, you know, some of us being exposed in that whole realm of sex sales, violence, you know, what have you. Illuminati, you wouldn't know. They wouldn't be, you know, oh my gosh, Illuminati. He sold her soul. He sold his soul too. You know what's real? Other communities, man. That's what's real. You know, I think about the cliche term all the time. If you can't beat them, join them. I don't know, man. You know, there's so many different aspects that you can look at, things that you could talk about. Like what are people giving up of themselves to be a part of whatever? There's something very real there. There's something tangible there. My point about the Illuminati and the industry, the limelight and all that, you wouldn't know. These folks wouldn't get an invite. Now, yes, we have a lot of things that seem to be explainable that all fit together like a piece to the puzzle. But how true is it? You know? How true is it? Well, because it's a trending topic makes it true? Have you even read the history about the Illuminati? How about the fact that it was something that spawned from something else, started in 1776? I encourage people to go read for themselves. So this video ain't about that. Jay-Z, Beyonce, Kanye West. It all sounds good. I heard what Kanye said. Yeah, I sold my soul. You know, like something that came with a kid's meal or whatever it was. It was slick. Real slick. You know. Wish I could freestyle and rhyme a little bit. You know, I might have y'all thinking I'm... Picture that. Wouldn't sell out for anything. If I had a squeaky clean background, I wouldn't try to work for the government. You know, I have different beliefs. My morals and principles match up to how I see things. And I don't just live in a box. I don't just live in my own world. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sitting here in front of this camera now talking to the viewers thinking that I'm, you know, having these delusions of grandeur or anything. But you shouldn't either. You shouldn't believe in delusions of grandeur. That's what you're feeding into. You know? Thinking everybody sold their soul so they can have some fame. And the root of all of this is the Illuminati. The real KKK folks, not the pawns. Even the pawns don't step out in sheets and robes and all that madness anymore. They got on suits, European tailored. Okay? Just doesn't happen like that. You won't know who is. You know. They got all these videos, man, and like I said, it's very interesting. I've seen a lot of these, the Satanism, I'm sorry, in the industry. But we know that there's something very real and something very wrong within the industry. DMX spoke about it. He did 2 songs about it, 2 quick songs, 2 quick little written joints, and it was televised. You know, it was also televised. You know, when the whole Illuminati theme was in the video, and they went to do an interview with him while he was incarcerated. Very interesting how they tried to tie all that together, and it sounds great if you allow your mind to focus in on that one thing. But always remember, ladies and gentlemen, nothing happens in a vacuum. So where your rhyme and reason is the Illuminati, I have to ask you, is it really? Would these people allow these folks to expose what they're with?